we're going to be. And let's go with version V0104 0701 that was not publicly aired, but for people who signed up. I'm Fish. I'm out here in a low light situation with the Fishy settings. Normally I walk right over here. I'm holding it and just crawling with the bicycle. What I will do is I will get off and walk. So this way you can see how nicely low light and the camera still works even with updated or recent firmware. So I'm walking, yes indeed. But the thing is, I would need to now switch over to 4K at 30 frames per second because that's what I shoot at. All videos before this was 4K at 24 frames per second for the reason of the LED light that's on. And if I turn it around and show you the light at 4K 24 seconds, you notice flickering. That is not normal for a camera at 4K 30 frames per second. This should look normal when I do 4K at 24 frames per second. I'm gonna put my mic inside because that's where I like it to be, and then jingling around. All right, so now 4K 24 frames per second, how does that look to you? Is it stationary? Is it moving? Well, there you go. Time for me to get riding on the bike and get to a nice point. Well, I got low light going. I'm pretty contented with the camera as is, no matter what firmware. And hopefully it'll do a nice job. Most of my time was out in low level lighting. And when I went out during the daytime, the camera did look very good. I liked the way the sky was. I liked the way my face was. I liked the way the scenery was. One of the shots right here with the boat lit up. A closer shot of the boat lit up and the lights in the different colors. Headlights of a car coming at you. And a nice sized charter boat lit up with blue lights in the back. Firmware version V01040701, and the settings I'll mention as I ride along so you get to understand what Fish's settings are. 4K 30 frames per second standard D-warp with horizon balance. And that will be just the resolution and frame rates of the camera. The Pro is on, and we'll explain what the Pro settings are about. As we look over the bay towards the end, we'll continue on. As we're down to the boardwalk, all lit up, and a cruise ship in, and I don't think I can make it down to the very end. Now I wonder which cruise ship that is. I could look it up. Probably Royal Caribbean, as I could see the emblem on the back. I thought I had a full power bar. I guess not. Some of the lights are on the rides, as you can see. And this gives a nice, still low level and a very cloudy day above. The lights are on over here, as you can see, and this gives an awesome shot, an entrance into Dino Luna. As we ride through the lights, and I doubt we'll see the lights on the other side. So let's head on down so you get an idea. Yes, indeed. Look at the train station all lit up. Coney Island train station, nicely lit. The moral, something for somebody. So I was supposed to tell you about Pro, what it's set on. EV value, negative 0.3. The ISO, 100 through 25,600. Shutter speed, 1/100th through 8,000. Auto white balance, on auto white balance. Supposed to be white balance, they call it. Texture, -2. Video noise reduction, -1. Scene stabilization on daily. And tone neutral, which is what is called off of the color. It's either vivid or neutral. So yeah, I'm out here testing, and all my shots were now done in 4K 24 low light, and I'm back to 4K 30. I set it back up the right way. Yes, I did. Now I am having fun. Clouds are in the background. Maybe not the way you like it to be fluffy all over with a lot of blue in it. Sometimes clouds come in together, whole, and may not be to your liking. You have no control of clouds. Why are you worried about the clouds when you should be worried about what the face looks like? The background is unimportant of the camera in infinity mode. You don't care what the background looks. It's what's in this radius here, right here. This is probably the maximum you want to care about. Microphone, the subject, object in the picture, and everything else in the background is unimportant. To you, it's the most important thing. You're not going to see that person doing whatever they are doing walking in the background. I have no way of getting near that flag. To me, that's the background. But I want to bring your attention quickly over here to the starling. I'm at least able to get the shot right here. As long as I'm within this distance, I'm pretty happy getting my shot. This is a shot that I can say, hey, it looks gorgeous. I wish the background had some color, sky, and definition. I get that. But not all the time you're going to have a perfect background that you want. I got two cameras set up on a tripod, and they both should be identical to one another. Color profile. Something can be off in one of the settings. I personally didn't check it. But you have the Action 4 Pro and the Action 5. Yes, I purposely set it backwards. The sun coming up. Two cameras. I'm not holding a peace sign up. I have the Action 4 and the Action 5 Pro. 4K, 30 frames per second Pro. EV -0.03. Shutter speed 1/100th over 8,000. I almost said 2. 100 over 8,000. White balance, auto white balance. We have the sun rising. Both cameras, the Action 4 and the Action 5 Pro, on a tripod with the wind kicking that may knock the camera and the tripod down. Firmware version V01040701. And the latest firmware of the Action 4. People love the Action 4. Cloud definition, as you can see, as the sun is rising. It's not about clouds. It's about the color. And if I look at the camera, I see more color out of the Action 4's front screen. Let me get out of the picture and look at the back of the camera. And the same goes. The Action 4 has more color. So am I with the setup set correctly? Well, let me stop this and see what I can do. Double check my settings before my camera falls. Yes, my settings were correct. But this is D-Log M. You could color it all you want, but the sun has gone behind the cloud. You're not going to get the best shot. I look a lot brighter according to the Action 5 Pro. I can see my face. On the Action 4, I'm like a silhouette. I'm going to get back into the shot so we can see if there's any light adjustment. And that's what happens. Well, it's doing a good job making me bright. I may look a little bit bigger in the Action 5 over the 4 because the 4 is above. I'm going to stop the video. Stop the video. I forgot how to use my Action 4 because I can't get H-Log on. Well, I'm on H-Log. Then the sun's first coming up and the dynamics are going to be there. Oh man, I'm going to put the Action 4 away because we're all about, you got it, Action 5 Pro. Log. I got the shot, happy with it, in H of the sunrise. You can see the Action 4, and I'll just turn around so you can see how I'm pro on the stick. Just basically, oh look, I gotta catch the sun. And fast pans, they don't cut it. How I go nice and slow. They may look good going to a fast transition. I get seasick when I watch want to show things and present the beautiful shot. You want to make sure you do things slow. That's with the Insta360 X2, 3, 4, and 5. Sometimes those I know why I may have ran low on battery because I used my bike yesterday, but I don't think so. I think I charged it today. Nope, but I ran low yesterday. I'm still on H-Log because the sun is up and it's going to give me color. I want the high dynamic range to do its job. Like I said, I can't remember on the Action 4 where it's at. Maybe it's a setting that automatically in the camera until you change the resolution, the frame rate that is. I can't remember it all today. That's why I got you to let me know. V01040701 has a bug or two, and I'll explain these bugs to you. See if it works out. Is it flashing? It looks like it's flashing. Hold on a second. How about now? What is it doing? Is it flickering still? Well, that's a problem right here. This worked pretty awesome with the camera. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do to fix it. I got one more try. There we go. I didn't do 4K 60 frames per second. Here I am. Now, that may be an issue with auto flicker. I'm on NTSC, 60 Hertz. My area, no control. One of the bugs of the camera was when you first get it and you use it and you put it back onto the charger, you see the big green electric circle with the percentage saying all the way up to 100%, and it'll go off for 11 seconds and then come back on. And when it's at 100% and it completes and it goes off, it's completed. The camera shuts down and that's it. Well, the funny thing is that 100% stays on. And that may be a fix, because if it's off and you're thinking that it's completed with the earlier version, maybe this had to officially shut down once it's entirely off. And that taken a lot longer. So I called that a bug. But the other bug that I just found out was when I'm setting this up, my camera's about 5 minutes for the camera to shut down. The front and back screen went off. It went down to off. And I had to wake up the back screen. But the front screen didn't wake up. I pressed the front screen, and the front screen woke up. So the both screens were individually off at the same time and woke up off at the same time. I think it's starting to rain a little drop here and there. Felt a little water spot. And those are the things I found with the camera. Yeah, it's raining. I can put my glasses like this and see if it's raining. Maybe you'll see the raindrops come in. Well, I said what I had to say, do what I had to do what I had to get done. And I shared my story to you. It's time for me to pack on up, get on out of here before I start to melt. Firmware version V01 04 0701. And that's the Fish's test of low light. I'll do a little run in 4K. You got it, 60. And then we'll call it a day. Well, we talked about background, and I want to get that shot in. And the one thing I didn't do is touch on the zoom. And we only got 2 times zoom. We don't have double tap zoom. Double tap, double tap, double tap. Don't have that. Well, let me get on going. Oh, man. So, yeah, 4K, 60 frames per second. I think that's pretty fluid and smooth. Does a good job. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I did what I had to do, did what I had to share, and you know who I am. I am Fish, and I'll catch you on many other videos to come. 4K, 60 frames. We're ending this out. All the shots from the sunrise where I've set H-lock, I left it on. And we're on regular 10-bit color. I can't have it all, do it all, share it all, but I could do some of it. And there are other people that do a better job. Maybe they do a worse job, but at least they do a job. Share it. Now, am I going forward? Or is that person just going backward? I guess I'm supposed to be the one that's to watch out. The thing I need to do now is to do a time lapse to hyperlapse.